Yes, we are. Love them knives. Check out this knife. I got this in Atlanta. Yeah, I like going to Reate. Reate's always got something different, new and different going on. And so if it's not Reate, it's like Keto USA, which is Reich knives, right? And then NOC. So NOC, Reich, and Reate were the three I really wanted to make sure I visited when I was in Atlanta. I like their style. I like their stuff, right? And so Reate, they have put out some more budget-oriented knives, like a little over the $100 mark, right? Instead of $300, $400, $500 knives and stuff like they have in the past. Also, check out Crane's Cutlery. They were running the booth then, and they usually do run the booth for Reich. And then David from Reate was there because I said hi and shook his hand and stuff like that. And then I started looking in the case, and I wanted to get something if there was something new and different to get, right? And so this is the VK-Tron. This is what I ended up getting from them, okay? The VK-Tron. I keep looking. The other day I saw somebody mention on my Instagram posting of this, like, oh, they're at Crane's Cutlery. You can see them. Well, I saw them on their Instagram and I saw them on their Facebook, but I didn't see them for sale on their website yet. And as soon as, of course, I say that, they will be on their website with all the details. Right now, I could not find that. But they had a posting here, Reate did, and this, of course, is a Vulpex knives design. Okay, this is a collaborative between Vulpex and Reate. And if I got anything else under here, yeah, this is Vulpex. So you see this little logo here, and yes, I believe I remember that he had. Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. So he was a YouTuber over there. He's been involved in other designs as well, and especially recently, okay? So, and of course, there's some of his knives right here. There's that, okay? Move this. And here was one that was off the Facebook with Vulpex, but this is Crane's Production.com. All right. And that's what it looks like. This is crystallized titanium. Now mine, actually, the box, I'm not sure it completely, reflects because they were looking around for a box. But this is the crystallized titanium here. And then so is this back spacer, and so is the pocket clip. Now this is not a lock blade knife. It is a detent lock knife. So no, it'll open and close just like this. There's no lock. Now you go, whoa, I see this. Now you see the little detent ball in there, so you can snap it there forward, and that locks it, right? No, it doesn't. Now it's more difficult to close. It's weird, I don't know. I was a little confused. It's like, okay, so you open this up, it's easier to close, okay? Just flips closed, right? This makes it harder to open. God dang, it makes it a lot harder to open. Okay, and then especially to close. I don't know why you would do that to keep it from opening, but you could, right? But then this makes it harder to close as well. This is definitely not easy to close. You take that off, and then it just swings closed. So, interesting. I don't know. Confused. But here it is. I like the design, okay? That's what carried the day for me. And then this nice light blue anode, titanium, accents, etc. And then this in the blade, which I don't know if it's a brass. I don't think it's probably copper, but I'm thinking it might be brass or something like that in here. Now, it's a basically brand new knife, and it came in this box that they finally found under their counter. And there's where the knife goes. There's this. What else is there in here? Let's find out. And that's the end of that. So I tried not to tear it up too bad. There you go. Vulpex knives, collaboration, VK-Tron. Certificate of authenticity, crystallized titanium grade, blah, blah, blah. They had a lot of variants there on the table. So 7.8, not quite 8-inch, 3.3-inch blade, 4.4 ounces. Hand-rubbed blade. And see, it's not, though. This is not a hand-rubbed blade. This is a stone wash. But, I mean, they were just pulling boxes and this and that. Okay, so here's Reate. They threw those in there. And also, this is what these are. These are washers that are around the pivot. This looks like the screw that comes through here and goes all the way through, and it does, okay? So I think that's what this is. This is an extra screw here. And then this little tiny, these two tiny ones, I don't know what they are for. I haven't figured that out yet. But, and we will find that out because we're gonna open this up. As much as I really kind of think I would be better not to. But I finally did. I finally got the information from somebody on how you can open this knife up because I was looking at this, and let's pull this down and let's pull this over. And I'm going to get, you know what? I'm going to get too far into it too quickly without telling you about the knife, I guess. But, you know, titanium. Nice accents here in titanium. M390 blade. Detent lock. Is that enough for you? Can we start taking apart? And, you know, the ergos are fine on here. It just, this one, and I think it may be all of them, if you can hear this. You hear that? Listen again. Yeah, the little squeak, it does not leave. I lubricated this and did all kinds of things, and that's still that. It just does that. Now, I think it's the nature of the design, all right? This has multi-row bearings, and they are not captured bearings. So let me tell you that. Now, look at this. It's like, how do you open? And that's what I thought, too. I thought, well, real easy. I got to find something to fit here, and then I'll unscrew that, and it'll fall apart. Not so fast, right? Not quite so fast, but here you go. Here's your tiny little precision tool to unscrew this. But, and there we go. So this unscrews it. So this may be the end of the video here because we may not get this put back together. I knew this needed to be an end of the day video for me to do. Okay, here we go. But it's fascinating if it's anything, right? And we're going to unscrew this. And where's my number 8? Let's hope I got one right here. Is this? Oh yeah, and okay. So this just fell off because it unscrewed from behind here. Okay, so it just came off. Check this out. Yeah, it does have some threads in there. And then here's the tail, and it's a number 8, and we're gonna unscrew this. And there it goes, and it's right over here. Okay, so this one's blue where the replacement one is not. And then this goes here. All right, so there's your pocket clip. Interesting that this has this little lobe here, which fits in right there. Okay, now, if you want to unscrew this, then you've got to get, and I forgot which one it is, so I'm going to get one of these over here and figure out which one it is. It's not that one. Is it this one? Is it coming from this way? Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what this is. This is a V3. Did it come in? No, it didn't come in through there. And that oh, I guess, however it was, it's one of those. And this unscrews here, so there, that's threaded. All right, so we've got this, because there's got some threads here. We got that off, this off of here, okay? Still got that there. And let's see what we got inside as we are now taking it apart officially, hopefully. Ooh, baby. Oh, yeah, and we got bearings. And we've got bearings, and we're missing some bearings because they're free floaters, like I was saying. And we're missing a couple here. And there they are. They're hanging around in there. Okay, so let's pull this off. Here's this backspacer, by the way, with a little pin in it that doesn't move, okay? And yeah, this is the fun part about bearings that just won't stay in place. So there's a couple rings of bearings. And let's get you guys, you runaways, situated. All right. So there's a little for the detent, open and closed. This and that. And here's one ring. And here's another ring with the two rapscallions that are missing. Oh, and let's take this out then. Might as well now. Who cares, right? You put you guys back in there later. And there is that ring. And so I guess that extra set of rings, that's where they go, of washers. And then these screw in. And this is where your little detent thing, let's pull this out, okay. So this is where this kicks up just a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, as you push this up, that just pushes it up just slightly, ever so little, that creates more detent, basically. All right. Wow. Okay. Interesting here. And let me see what we got here. And here's this. But this, no, is not controlled by anything. That's just the spring. And there's two more bearings there that are missing. So we'll have to put all them back in when we put it back together. I didn't try and undo this necessarily. And I don't know if I can or how that would work. See this? So, looks like these little three things here unscrew this thing, and then you can take all this out of here. Okay. So this bearing ring will come out, and so will all the bearings on that. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more of them. I've got another pack of bearings if I lose any, so I'll just replace them if I lose any that I can't find on the table. But there it is. We removed that too, so there's your washer down there. And obviously, you got to undo these to pull this whole thing out of here. Okay? But there's that. Here's your bearing rings with or without bearings. I got to put them all back in when I put it back together. And I got bunches of bearings over here too, and a couple on the side you can't see on the side. But this is your disassembly. So be very careful when you take these apart, because you'll get bearings that could come away, and then you might lose them, and then you'd have to order some more ceramic bearings. You can order bearings having a knife supplies and on Amazon, stuff like that. So it's not a big deal if you lose bearings. You need to get the correct size, and then you can replace them into your carriages. So there's that. But this is what this whole thing looks like when it's opened up. It's not terribly sophisticated, but it is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Oh, okay, I get it. So when you push this and you push this back, bring it back, this goes down again, and then these little bearings in here also travel from one space to another. So it clicks into, okay, so it just, these bearings, these little ceramics, you can see them in there. You push this back, and now they've cleared this area, they've gone into this. It gives that kind of a click feel to it. See what I'm saying? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's your disassembly. Back with the VK-Tron. VK-Tron. It's a double detent, baby. It may or may not be your cup of tea. I don't know. But crystallized titanium, VK knives, collaborative with Reate. There she be. And you guys, stay sharp.